Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled Tia Mowry regrets divorce, but it's too late. Let's get right into it.
The speculation across the internet is that Tia Mowry and Corey Hardrick will one day get back together, or have they gotten back together? And this is interesting because Tia Mowry, when she broke up with Corey Hardrick, she did somewhat of a divorce tour, going around on talk shows and making social media posts saying some of the following. A, I've graduated from marriage. B, relationships must serve me and it doesn't matter about anybody else. And C, being a single mother is hard, but you can do it as long as you buy my products on Instagram and watch my dusty reality shows.
Got it!
But at the same time that she was celebrating being single and entering a new chapter in her life, it would be quite hypocritical if she secretly got back with her husband and not announcing it to the world.
What they say? She went on a divorce tour. So that's publicly humiliating, dude. Like, yeah, I'm free. Now you want to get back with him? Because now you see what's out there. That grass ain't greener, and them sharks is biting. And all they doing is biting. They ain't trying to save your ass. They just straight biting. They like, yeah, come on. Yeah, you can come on over. And that's all they want. And you seeing it for what it is. The streets is treacherous.
Now, this is also very interesting, guys. A post about Tia Mowry is resurfacing. And it's been going across the entire internet. I draw your attention to this photo. If you look here, here's Tia Mowry posting her body naturally. This is June 2022. It would also be just a few months before she would announce her divorce from Corey Hardrick. And she was already setting the divorce for what would follow in the future. If you look here, the post says, "You guys, I want to talk about body image and self-love. After babies bounce back culture can add so much pressure when it comes to losing baby weight and getting back to our pre-baby bodies. Now I'm back to my pre-baby weight, but man, did it take a lot of discipline and hard work. Bounce back culture has made it so difficult for us to love our bodies after having babies. I made sure to do it in my time, my own way, in the natural way."
Stop the cap.
Wasn't easy now, was hard. But not feeling pressured and just doing it in my time made it feel that much better. Mamas, be gentle on yourselves. We brought the life into the world, and for that, we are superheroes. I love you guys. On this particular vacation, she put a bunch of pictures on her timeline, and if you can see, the one at the bottom towards the middle is the same picture that I'm talking about now. Now, this picture, people...
By the way, she looks crazy. Okay, yeah, okay, I get it. You're not like out of shape, overweight. You don't need like a mommy makeover, but you just look plain. This is why I tell people, if you're going to lose weight, one of the things you want to do, you want to hit the gym, not as a means of weight loss, but as a way to build your body, because this is just like a skinny girl, right? And at this point, and now that she looks older, it just doesn't look like, she looks like the outfit's wearing her. She's not wearing the outfit, right? Look, she's got a lot of room to fill in there, okay? And I think personally, she probably wanted to get validated by the streets. She wanted the streets to let her in like, oh yeah, you so good. And she probably wanted validation, and all she got was D. She probably wanted men like throwing themselves at her like, oh my God, I want to marry you. I want to be with you. That's what I believe why she left Corey Hardrick, because not like he did anything wrong. She never really accused him of like beating her or doing anything horrible, right? She was just bored. And he's too much of a nice guy. And he's probably such a nice guy where he let his wife control him. And, you know, he probably agreed with everything she said. And she probably felt like she was better than him. And this is why, guys, I'm going to keep it real with you. Like, my new thing when it comes to girls is like, I don't argue with them. I don't explain myself to them, because it's a waste of time. It literally is a waste of time. You know, women want a man that they can control, but then when they realize a man that they can control is boring, they leave him. This is why, like, in order to like deal with the fact that women want to control you so bad, you just listen to what they say, not do what they say, but you're just like, yeah, all right. right? You're not giving them anything to work with. You're not giving them any words to hold on to kind of use back at you. You're just like, whatever. Like, part of the problem is for us men is that we take women too seriously. I know myself, right? I try to hold them to the same standard as a man where they could be logical, but they can't be. Like, this doesn't make logical sense. If you have a good husband who's famous, you guys have 2-3 kids, there's no issue. Why leave him as an older woman thinking that you're going to get something better than him? I don't know what she was thinking. You're a single mom now. What do you think? Single moms get the top of the top choices? You're not Sierra. Sierra's better than you. Let's just keep it real. You're not Sierra. But some of y'all think because y'all famous, y'all equally desirable as other famous women. It's not true. She found that out. Now she's crawling back to Corey. And I don't think Corey should take her back. I really don't. Hey, listen up, Safe Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly. You just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
Was actually photoshopped, and it's now resurfacing in the last 2 or 3 days, and people are giving some level of commentary on it, which we shall review. Now, I did look at the comments from women, and of course, women had no problem with what Tia Mowry looked like. And in my honest opinion, she's always been thin. She doesn't look bad to me. She just looks like she just lost a whole lot of weight. And maybe some people would prefer her with a little bit more weight on her. But I mean, hey, it's okay. She looks better than me. Got it! But let's see what some of the brothers who never saw this picture thought about it. This person says, this has to be Photoshop. There's no way I believe she actually posted a picture like this. Then you have this. Nah, shorty just need to get back with her husband because this ain't it. She got the sex appeal of a 500-word essay. Damn. Leon says, we really got to know who allowed to post body pics on the internet. Phil Curry says, nobody wants this. Go bow to the feet of Corey and beg for him to come back and stay off the net with your bird legs. Another person says, please put your clothes back on. Another individual says she need a couple of cheeseburgers. That white side is poking out, and you know that she is mixed race. I bet the back look even worse. Jamaican car plug. She's built like my great aunt. I know you lying. It got to be Photoshop. This person says this woman needs some greens and cornbread. Now, some of these comments come from women. Had the nerve to try and play my boy Corey, bro could have got one of the baddest and she would have went insane. Now, I thought that these comments were interesting because obviously the fans of Tia Mowry would have praised the fact that she lost that body weight and everything is okay. While on the flip side, you saw some people were being pejorative, especially some of the men. And why is this important? Number one, we can all feel how we want about ourselves and about our looks and about what the world likes. However, here is the case. When you are not married to the person that you're with and you have to go back out on the dating market, people do not look at you the same as the mate that you just left. You are starting from ground zero. And trust me, I know it sucks, okay? Starting from ground zero in a new market, in a new business, in a new relationship, especially when you spent all that time with a person building something and then going back and then only to realize that, well, you're having problems dating. And I'm not saying that this is the issue with Tia Mowry per se when it comes to her looks, but she was never able to really find anybody. And I would probably guess that it probably wasn't the looks that was wanting, but then probably her attitude. Let me tell you how much a woman needs to have something right with a successful man. Firstly, you need to be attractive, attractive enough for guys that you want. Now, I know you have the simps on Instagram, such as myself, who will get in the comment section and say, damn, baby, you look so good. I so want to get your numbers and take you to Jack in the Box. Now, obviously, Tia Mowry doesn't want me. So it wouldn't matter if I feel that she's attractive.
Yeah, it doesn't. Look, she doesn't. She's just not that girl. And I know it's hard to believe, and you feel like you're famous, you go out in public and you could like, you're seen, you feel visible, you got an Instagram that's popping, it makes you think that you're just a desirable girl. But here's the reality. There's women that are not famous that will pull a man that you actually want. This is why women have to understand, like, clout for a woman does like nothing for her. It does like absolutely nothing. Like, you can't live off of clout as a woman. Like, I know so many women who got money, who got status, and they're struggling with men. And then they struggle against men who are just, like, attractive, right? Because women have become so shallow now. If you're a good-looking guy, you're going to get way more poon now. It wasn't this bad. I mean, like, I don't think women were this shallow back in the day. I think they used to be, like, more into status and money. But now, bro, I'm telling you, if a girl finds you attractive, if women find you attractive, you literally have to pick of the litter. Like, they are requiring so little of you nowadays as far as, like, being established. And it makes me think to myself that a woman would marry, like, a Corey Hardick, like she did, but then turn around and want to cheat with the pool boy, right? And turn around, and I'm sure that Tia went out there and she was getting, I'm sure mad people beat that up. But I guarantee a lot of people did it for the story. They didn't do it because they thought, like, oh my gosh, I just can't keep my hands off of her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna keep it real. Tracy Ellis Ross, she got a mean wagon, right? She got a lot of junk in the trunk. She got a thick butt. Her butt's thick. This girl, she just looks like, yeah, she just looks like white. And you would think, right? If you're so fit, why are you wearing a one piece? Why are you wearing a one piece? You should have a two piece on. If you're going to be this slim as a girl, you want to flex your stomach. You want to flex your hip to waist ratio. She got no hips. Her waist and her hips are the same width. So she's like a box. She's like a square. They say it's Photoshop. I can't really see where the picture's Photoshop. I guess they're trying to say like she brought it in. And it's possible. I'm not saying it's not. But she just looks like she's got a plain body. She's like a plain Jane. She's like an average looking girl. Tia's not a baddie. She's not a girl that everyone's like. She's not like a Lori Harvey or something like that. But I feel like she probably thinks she could get Lori Harvey type of. She probably wanted that type of lifestyle because so many girls want to be like that it girl that has choices of the top guys. But that's not you. Like, Tia is so toxic. And the reason why we know that she's toxic is because she's in a good relationship, wholesome relationship. And she's unsatisfied. If you're unsatisfied with a good, wholesome relationship as a woman, you're toxic. Yeah. I'm really curious. And if women only listen to men, they'll realize that ain't nobody out here want a famous girl who's over 40 with kids. Like, nothing about that says sexy. Like, when someone said she's as sexy as a 500-word essay, that's funny because, yeah, she has no sex appeal. But what she's trying to flaunt right here, that she's not fat. That's the biggest thing she got going for her. I'm not fat. But, where's everything else? Like, even your choice of outfit, which is horrible here. Oh, I'm wearing pink because I'm a girl. And even when I see girls like this, I'm wearing pink. I'm a girl. I'm going to wear pink. It's just so corny. Like, bro, choose something better to wear, dog. This whole pink because I'm a girl. Do you see boys wearing light blue because they're boys? Like, women, this is how you know women need to grow up. Like, they really need to grow up. If she's lucky she'll get her husband back, she probably won't. And I personally think he could level up. He could easily get a baddie. Absolutely. And he should. He should. Go out there, boy, have your fun. Don't let her come back. She your baby mama. Keep her as your baby mama. She left. Don't take a woman back that divorced you, especially if she didn't have good reason to. Hell no.
And I do feel that she's a very attractive lady. I've always felt that about her. But Tia Mowry would be interested in a man who is probably more successful, maybe in the industry. Here's the issue with that. You have very little room for error. When you are dealing with a man that you want that has more than you, and let's say, for example, you have a self-serving attitude, and then if you happen to be like the woman that some of these guys are talking about, meaning that they're not physically attracted to you, then you almost have no chance. So if a guy isn't that crazy about you or crazy about your looks, and then on top of that, you have a pejorative attitude, it's not going to go well. And yet on the flip side, I see so many women who overvalue themselves about who they are and who they feel they are. But it's okay to have self-confidence, But then you should also be mindful that it is your job to try to impress somebody, because yeah, you were in a marriage and now you deserve all these things, but the person that is trying to court you doesn't care about that, because hey, they're looking at what they can get. It's just like getting a new job. You try to apply for a job, you quit at a job, and let's say you move cities, and maybe it's hard to verify what you did for the last 20 years. You may not come into a situation, you may have to start all over. So that job is going to make you prove yourself all over again from ground zero. And it's true, you may have, got a whole lot of stuff in the past. Like you may have got a lot of training, awards, but now in this new environment, you have new people to impress. And Tia Mowry is going to have new people to impress. And that is going to happen if you have 2 or 3 more kids. You're in your mid 40s, and men may or may not like what you look like. And so the one thing that could be your saving grace is your attitude. And this is what women, I feel, and even men have forgotten about in today's time. Your attitude is almost everything. I know that we got a lot of BBLs. There are a lot of booby jobs, and there are a lot of things that are very clappish in, clapology and, how thick somebody is. But something that will be human to everybody is the way you treat and connect with people. And it could work in any place if, maybe you are thin, or maybe you're a BBW, or maybe you're thick. But if you're a good person and somebody to be around, it could do wonders. And it could even make it for a man like, oh, well, she looks okay, but that attitude makes her look like, oh my.
But women never invest in their attitude. It's a weird thing, because that's one of my main issues with women nowadays. Look at it. She looks so regular, yo. I bet she thinks, oh, the eyeshadow, I look so good. Girl, you look basic. I'm sorry. The eyeshadow did nothing for you. I know you feel good. You're symmetrical. But there's nothing interesting, unique about your face that kind of, oh, wow, she's a unique kind of once-in-a-lifetime beauty. Like, nothing. Nothing. And it is what it is. Look at your sister. Your sister married a plain old white guy. He might be successful, whatever he got, millions or whatever, but he looks plain. And even though he looks plain, they fit well together. I mean, they don't make a cute couple or whatever, but they're 2 plain people together. And she's happy. And apparently they started fighting and beefing because of her divorce. They're not getting along either, right? And maybe her sister, being her twin sister, was like, yo, this is not like you, But I've realized myself, like, men have 2 issues. One of the issues are some men just struggle to get with girls altogether. Some men struggle to get with the girls they want. I don't have neither of those issues. And I know people can get mad at me in the comments. Whatever, bro. I'm telling you my experience. Why don't you go make a YouTube channel and tell people your experience? If you're the loser that never gets girls, shout out to you. That's not mine. That's not my experience. My experience is that I actually get girls, and I get girls I'm attracted to, right? The 2 things I know men struggle with. But the biggest thing I realize is they don't have the personality. Like, these girls annoy me all the time. They open up their mouth and it kills the vibe 100% of the time. Every time I talk to a girl that I'm with, like, I'm attracted to, I'm excited about her. Like, I'll see her profile on Hinge. Like, I'm excited about her. I meet them. I'm like, damn, you look better in person. That happens all the time. I meet a girl, I'm like, damn, she looks better in person. Like, the pictures don't even do you justice. But then what happens is I get to know them. I'm like, yo, these girls are just, it's the same feminist script over and over and over again. Like, it's the same, like, no interesting talking points, can't think for themselves, not logical at all, completely emotional, completely compromised, wants to protect the sisterhood, is going to die on the altar of being a woman. Right? And refuses to understand what men have to say, and they're just inconsiderate and selfish overall. Most women that I've encountered cannot think for themselves. I don't care what they've been. I've dated attorneys, I've dated doctors, I've dated principals, I've dated therapists. I dated several therapists, actually. The one thing I realized is no matter what field they are in, they all have the same software. They think almost identical. And it's like a broken record, right? Even men, we don't all think the same. We don't all agree on everything. But with women, they almost all agree. It's almost like they all just sit to themselves. It's like, these are our talking points. This is what we're going to agree upon. No one's going to deviate. That's it. And it's just annoying. Like, I cut so many girls off, and I keep telling myself, look, Shape, bro, just use her, yo. Put her on your roster. Just use her. Keep her in rotation. Just ignore her. Like, ignore the nonsense she talks about. And it's hard for me, bro. Once a girl turns me off, I'm just turned off. I don't care how attractive she is. And that's what happens when you get abundance, right? But people like Tia, they'll never think themselves, let me just improve my personality. Like, if you're going to go for the streets, become that cool, become like an understanding girl, a thoughtful girl. But it's hard to do that when you left your marriage for the streets. Nothing about that makes sense to men. We respect you more as a married woman. We don't respect you as a married woman trying to get her groove back. It's not impressive. If you can't keep it loyal to a man that wasn't wrong to you, this is where men, we kind of have like a group identity. If you mistreat your husband, what makes you think that we're going to come back and we want to get married to you too now? Hell no. We're going to look at how you treat your husband and we're going to assume that you're going to treat us just like him. If you try to treat him like a sucker, we're going to assume that you're going to try to treat us like a sucker. This is why she got smashed and dashed. This is exactly why. The one thing that men we do is if we mistreat another man, we're going to take that as you would mistreat us. Right? Because ultimately, there's a lot more misandrous than they are misogynists. Modern day women hate men. Modern day men are just fed up with women. It's not hate. We're just annoyed by you guys. You guys are corny as hell. You can't think for yourself. And you sure as hell can't submit or cooperate with a man. Maybe a white man, I don't know. Maybe your boss. You cooperate with your boss. Even if you don't agree with him, you shut up and do your job, right? But when it comes to us, you can't shut up and do your job. And that's our problem. Yeah. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos. And I'll see y'all over there.